Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Welcome to Sports News. It's 3 days to the World Cup and host Brazil has unveiled the goal line technology at the famous Maracanã Stadium in Rio de Janeiro. For the first time ever at the World Cup, the system will be used to help referees make the right calls if actually the ball has crossed the goal line. The system makes use of 14 cameras, sending digitalized pictures to a data room sitting on the top of the football stadium. After analyzing the data, the message will be sent to a special watch worn by the referee with the word "goal" if the ball is over the line. Meanwhile, the Brazilian police fired tear gas to disperse metro workers on strike in Sao Paulo. That strike is causing major traffic congestion just 3 days before the city hosts the opening match of the World Cup soccer tournament. In the meantime, the main organizing committee of the National Sports Festival is asking for the cooperation of corporate organizations, the media and sports-loving Nigerians in order to achieve a successful campaign. At a stakeholders forum in Lagos, the organizers outlined the essence of sponsorship and effective media coverage in putting together world-class games. And in tennis, Wimbledon champion Andy Murray says the only pressure he'll feel when he defends his title this month will be self-imposed. There have been concerns following Murray's recent appointment of former women's #1 Amélie Mauresmo as his coach on Sunday in a rare move for a top player in the men's game. That's it on Sports News. Jomo will be back in a moment with the rest of the news at 10.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Well, after a serious attack that left 28 people dead, Pakistan's Jinnah International Airport has resumed operations. Here's Amarachi Ubani with more.
It was indeed a very serious attack. Pakistani officials confirmed that 10 heavily armed gunmen stormed the airport in 2 teams of 5. They were wearing explosive belts and were set to have entered the area using fake ID cards. They then threw grenades and shot security guards in the old terminal used for cargo and VIP operations. Authorities had to shut down operations at the airport and evacuate as many passengers as possible. Flights were also diverted as security forces fought back. And police in Egypt arrested 7 men in relation to allegations of suspectedly sexually assaulting women while celebrations were ongoing for Egypt's new president. This comes a week after the government made sexual harassment a crime for the first time. The new law decrees that those found guilty of harassment in public or private will face up to 5 years in prison and a maximum fine of 50,000 Egyptian pounds. Over in Eritrea, the church seems to be taking a stand against the government as 4 Catholic bishops published a letter criticizing standard of living in the country. Now, in the letter, the bishops described the country as desolate because so many people had fled or were in prison or the army. Human rights groups say the country can be likened to one giant prison with widespread torture. Finally, Libya's newly elected prime minister says he's stepping down in compliance with the Supreme Court ruling, which declared his election as unconstitutional. Now, since the vote in May, the country has had 2 prime ministers, as Abdullah Al-Thani has not ceded power. Mr. Maytag says he would be the first to comply with the rulings of the judiciary. Those are today's major headlines. It's back to you.
Well, Nigerian artists win big at the MTV Africa Music Awards, carting away 6 prizes. Here's Mayowa Ogundele on Entertainment News with those stories.
On Entertainment Tonight, Nigeria dominated the 2014 edition of the MTV Africa Music Awards held in Durban, South Africa over the weekend with 6 wins. Brazilian artist Davido earned the prize for the Best Male Artist and the Big Artist of the Year prize, while Maven Records queen Tiwa Savage was named the Best Female Artist. Music video specialist Clarence Peters won in the Best Video and Transformer Today categories, while High Life crooner Flavor carted away the Best Live Performance prize. It was a different kind of concert over the weekend for multiple award-winning singer Two-Face as he teamed up with the Muson Choir to create awareness for the dreaded ailment cancer. The singer lent his voice to the cause, which seeks to fund mobile cancer centers in Nigeria, as he performed from his robust repertoire. Routine rehearsals are ongoing ahead of the anticipated stage performance of the Nigerian adaptation of Ntozake Shange's 1975 book for colored girls. The cast and crew members gathered to perfect their act.
I am innocent. Who writes in English? Come to share the world with you.
And on the foreign scene, singer Jennifer Lopez has pulled out of performing the official World Cup song at the tournament's opening ceremony in Brazil. Officials said the singer could not attend Thursday's show because of unspecified production issues. Lopez was due to perform alongside rapper Pitbull and Brazilian singer Claudia, with whom she has recorded the song We Are One, Ole Ola. And that wraps it up on Entertainment Tonight. Thank you so much for watching. The main news continues in a bit.
Well, thanks a lot, Mayowa. And the main news again. Protesters today continued their demonstration in Kano as Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso handed over a letter of appointment to the new emir at the governor's house. INEC chairman has raised an alarm saying funding may inhibit conduct of 2015 elections. And Pakistan's largest airport has reopened following attacks by the Taliban over the weekend. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Focus on Africa is up next. I'm Ijo Masunyato. Good night.